Hello, it is the very last day of April, so I figured I'd probably better do the April tour video. It's a bit later this month than usual because a couple of weekends ago now, I don't know what day it is. OK Portugal released a video. Ken did an interview with us and a really beautiful tour of our land. I'd really go and check out his video if you want to hear a little bit more of our story and have a much better quality video of our land. I'll pop the video link in our description, or you can just search for OK Portugal and it's his latest video. I'm really tired today, if you can't tell. We've had a really busy last few days getting some work done, which I will show you all now. It's a really beautiful evening here, lots of bird song, the sun is out. I'm just at the top of our land, and I'll show you what's been going on now. So this is just the track we come down. So here is our very unattractive driveway, but I'm here because we've resolved the issue of getting in and out of the land. If you've followed along, I'm sure I've said that the very first time that we tried to get onto the land, we got stuck. Our neighbour had to come rescue us. That's how we met the neighbour. And we've resolved it. It's not beautiful, and it is actually really quite steep still. And I think it's starting to take its toll on the van, getting in and out, and it's getting a little bit trashed. And it's just not very pretty, and I don't think we have the skill level to make this work. So what we have been working on is making a new entrance that is hopefully going to be a lot easier for getting in and off the land. So our road carries on down here, and this work has involved moving a lot of stones and big rocks, which is why we're feeling so tired. This wall along here is our border. There's our beautiful oak tree, and just round here you will see that the old wall has now got a big hole in it. We have to sort of roll the rocks off for fear of what's hiding underneath them. We did find a tiny snake and a couple of slow worms and a lot of spiders, but they all wriggled away. So I think we still need to make it a little bit wider to get the van in, but it is a lot flatter than what we're currently working with. And we kind of weren't really doing anything with this area of the land, so it makes it more useful. But all this on the floor is just what's come out of the wall, I guess, because they're so old and leaves build up and turn into, mud. So we've just sort of been placing the old rocks along our border because it wasn't really defined. I think it looks quite cute. And then sort of putting a bit of a wall in there, and this will be our sort of new entrance. So yes, it's been a lot of work. There was a couple of really big rocks in here that we had to get the sledgehammer and chisel on. I say we, Iwan was doing it. I just moved rocks around. Hopefully we're going to be able to not wreck the van every time we want to go in and out the land. And also in the winter we might struggle again as we did last winter with the rain. So yes, that's what we've been up to. And we'll make a nice little path through here now, and it'll be really nice to walk down here more because there's lots of wildflowers growing down here. I think this is a mullein. I'm waiting for it to flower. And then we've got these really beautiful foxgloves. I'm currently doing a course about foraging, and you learn all about the poisonous plants first. It's made me very scared to forage, but yeah, foxgloves are one of the most poisonous plants, so don't go eating them. We also have this very strange plant here. it kind of reminds me, at home we've got one called Horsetail. It was growing all in our allotment. It's an absolute nightmare of a weed, and it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. So, but if you do know what it is, let us know, because very much enjoying learning the names of all these new plants we're encountering. And then just up to here is where I got to with the stones, and then you can see a bit more clearly where our border is with next door, even though we've never actually seen anyone in next door. We're quite sure it's been abandoned, which is nice because it creates a lot more privacy for us. And if you've seen some of our other, you'll know about the mystery tree, which now has leaves on it. So we've been able to use the PlantNet app to try and identify it, and that's saying it's an apple. It's definitely not quince, we can tell from the leaves now. And as my auntie was saying, it might be a shooter from this tree, which we think is an apple. And if the apple has been on a grafted rootstock, it could be a different type of apple. So that's why it doesn't look the same as this one, and has completely confused us. And so, I've just walked into the apple tree, sorry tree. This is the other thing that's been keeping us very busy, or mostly Iwan very busy, is we have been trimming all the very long grass. Our neighbour offered to lend us their strimmer last week, which I think may have been a hint that it was time to cut our grass. But because we've had so much to do, and I think we will constantly need to do it because it grows so quickly, we did buy our own one. So Iwan spent the last couple of days doing that. Here's the pear tree. It's definitely a pear now, we can see, with these tiny little pears growing on it. They're so cute. I cannot wait to eat them. And then my chestnut tree here's looking happy. I wasn't sure if he was, but lots of leaves on him now, so that'll be exciting if we get some chestnuts this autumn. This is my favourite olive tree, big old one in the plateau. And here's one of our figs that isn't looking as good as the other ones around us. I think it got a bit done by the cold, because it's not very protected here. But there are still some figs growing on it, so I think we should be fine. And there's one other fig tree here, and also a couple of fig trees on our dog walk growing wildly by the river, so I'm sure between them all we'll get enough. A few of the other trees we've planted along here. And what's really nice now with the plateau being strimmed, I'm not sure if you can see it because of the lighting, but you can really see the definition of all the vines that are growing along the bottom down there. And then my veg patch is flourishing away. The potatoes are starting to get flowers on them. The peas are full of flowers. We've been able to eat a few already as well. So beautiful. The onions are looking good. We've had a few spring onions, and this is crazy Mizuna that just grows so well. I pick it and I'm sure there's more of it the next day. Going to plant less salad next year because I've got quite a lot. Little array of leeks, some beans, my carrots that are planted in a spiral, just for fun. Some blueberry bushes and more potatoes. I'm going to have to work out how to store them all. My courgette plants are looking well. I cannot wait because I absolutely love courgettes, especially the young fresh ones that you can't really get in the supermarket. It's only when you grow them you get the delicious little ones. There's a potato flower, which are actually poisonous. Potatoes were originally grown as ornamentals for their flowers, but now we just eat them, also I've heard. I've also been working down here on my little flower bed and clearing the weeds from the wall here, because there's a stream that runs down here, and I think it's looking quite lovely. I've got some calendula and cosmos planted and some other bits and bobs. I'll have to make another trip to the gardening store and get some more flowers. We're a little bit obsessed with it's called Mina Planta in Castelo Branco, and it's our favourite shop. So we trimmed the terraces a couple of weeks ago with our neighbour's trimmer, and look how it's grown already. The other thing that we've done this month is Iwan's built his climbing wall. It's covered in tarp because we've had a lot of rain, so I'll show you another day when it's looking better, but it's pretty good. It's pretty solid, and he made some of the holes out of our branches of our olive tree. So not too much has actually changed up here, I don't think. Just more plants. The tomato bed is flourishing. The strimmer's still out. Some herbs growing here. Oh, I don't know if they were here last time I did a video, but our neighbour's got a couple of goats here to help him cut the grass. They're very cute and quite quiet, really. They just cry when they're hungry and they're ready for him to come and visit and give them some grass. Yep. Oh, one thing that has changed is we finally bought some chairs, so we're not sitting on camping chairs, because that was definitely not good for our backs. Hello, little Albi. She's been causing lots of trouble. She likes to sleep on my garlic. I did build this other little section of here to give us a bit more workspace. Still really want to work on closing these up. I think I say that every month and never do it. Oh yeah, this is an exciting purchase. A wasabi plant. I've not decided where to put it yet. I don't know if I need to put it in the ground or keep it in a pot to keep it warm. Do a little bit of research and work out what to do. And then the orange tree that used to be in this pot, we've now put in the ground here. I think it's going to be so gorgeous in many years' time when there's a big orange tree here. But these blossoms smell incredible. And it looks like we're going to have quite a few oranges off here, even though it's so small. And then we've put a new blood orange tree in this pot. And then I think last video we were just putting the floor in here, which is now done. And next week we're hopefully going to buy a bed, but we are sleeping in here, which is so nice to not be sleeping in the van anymore. It's a really lovely space to sleep. You wake up and you can see the sky. And then there's Iwan having a well-deserved beer. Frankie digging a hole as always. We cleared up. There's my beer, I need to finish. We cleared this area, so it used to have an old fridge here and some clothes buried in the ground and things like that, so we often sit up here for our morning coffee. So it's really nice to get that cleared and sit by this beautiful rose bush that smells incredible. And it's really nice to sit here because not many people come up to this bit of land, so I think with the peace and quiet, the birds are here a lot, so we've been seeing lots of different birds, which has been fun. We've got a bird book. So golden orioles I think we've been seeing recently, which is quite exciting. So yeah, I think that is everything that we've been up to. I'm going to go and sit down and have a rest now. I think we're going to have a bit of a slower day tomorrow. We've just seen our frisbees in the tree. Yeah, that'll be fun to get down. We'll send Albi up. She likes to catch frisbees. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I will do another video next month, and I've just made it to do an April tour.